So it's the 4th of July, and I had a video idea. I initially didn't want to post today on the 4th of July, but here we are. What I'd do if I were president? For starters, I'd introduce the price ceiling. If you know how Roblox has the dynamic price floors to set the minimum prices of items, then you'd understand how the price ceiling would be the exact opposite of that. Setting the maximum price for things, anything over the price ceiling would be illegal to sell. It's also worth note that different categories of items would have different price ceilings. Like the price ceiling for housing would still be higher for that of food, if that makes sense. Fun fact about this one actually, I got this idea while watching a YouTube short, memeing how ridiculously overpriced the Switch 2 is. Thanks, Nintendo. So the next thing I do is pretty self-explanatory. Take the price ceiling for healthcare and lower it drastically. Zero should do it. This will probably lose some companies' money, but the cost of basic necessities like water, electricity, Wi-Fi, etc. would also be heavily affected by price ceiling. Enough about price ceiling, and how about building more places for the homeless people to live at least somewhat decently and cosily? Also raise the quality of life in places like schools and prisons, because I saw videos and stuff about this in other countries, and it worked, so why aren't we doing this? Also, if you live in another country, please confirm if these are true or not. Let's take a break from charitable things I do and talk about some wacky ideas I do to get votes. Like somehow convincing former presidents to play games like Roblox or Minecraft, with me like those shorts and TikToks from a couple years back. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, really any former president that is alive. Bonus points if other leaders from other countries play as well. Maybe I'd make cameos in little indie projects to gain traction towards them as well as myself. Or run my own RG dot that tells a horrifying story about what former presidents didn't tell Americans. All right, back to the things I do in office. The very first thing I do in office is retire the elder people who never ran a device before if they're not already. This is to bring back TikTok and sort out everything with it so ByteDance doesn't have to sell it and capped it. I'm sure there's other things I could do with a refreshed Congress, but TikTok would be a priority if it's not solved already. I'd also at least attempt to solve conflicts with opposing countries and hopefully prevent us from going to another world war. I think that does it here, so I'll just speed up the rest of this probably bad gameplay.